They called him Brad. Just Brad. Not the loudest in the room, not the type to draw attention. But behind that quiet smile was a story no one ever expected. One that would leave his entire town speechless. This isn't just a story about a boy. It's a story about secrets, redemption, and a decision that changed everything. This is Brad, the untold story that left everyone speechless. Brad grew up in a sleepy Midwest town where everyone knew each other by name. To most, Brad was just a kid who sat in the back of class, always sketching in his notebook, never causing trouble. He was polite, soft-spoken, invisible almost, but Brad had a secret. From the age of 10, he had been living without his parents, bounced between relatives who barely had time to look after themselves, let alone a growing boy. He never told anyone, not even his teachers. He didn't want pity, just peace. He worked night shifts at a local diner while keeping up with school. He never missed a day, and somehow always had a smile. But no one saw what was really going on. Everything changed one icy night in February. There was a fire, a house engulfed in flames at the edge of town. What the town didn't know was that Brad had passed by that house on his way home from work. When he heard the screams, without thinking twice, he ran inside. 2 kids were trapped upstairs, and while neighbors watched in horror, Brad went in and brought them out one by one. The fire department arrived too late to save the home, but Brad had already done what no one else dared to. He didn't wait for recognition. He didn't even stay for the news cameras. He disappeared into the night like nothing had happened. For days, no one knew who the Fireboy was. Local headlines praised a mystery teen hero. Social media exploded. The town launched a search. Who saved those kids? But Brad never came forward. When finally asked, he just said, "Anyone would have done it. I just happened to be there first." But everyone knew. Not everyone would have risked their life like that. As more people learned about Brad, the truth started to surface. The teachers found out he was homeless. The diner staff admitted he worked just to buy food, not for himself, but for the aunt battling cancer he was quietly caring for. He never asked for help. He was just doing what he could. Quietly, always. The town was stunned. Brad wasn't just a hero that night. He'd been a hero all along. After the truth came out, the community rallied around him. A local charity set up a fund. A full-ride scholarship was offered. Even the 2 kids he saved wrote him a letter. "You gave us a second chance. Now we want you to have yours." Brad finally accepted the help. Not out of pride, but hope. So what happened to Brad? He's now in college, studying to become a firefighter. Still quiet, still humble, but no longer invisible. Because sometimes the quietest people carry the loudest stories. And Brad's story? It reminds us that heroes aren't always the ones in capes. Sometimes they're just kids, walking home after work, wearing nothing but a hoodie and carrying the world on their shoulders.